Welcome back. In this video, I'll show you how to create a Windows instance. Instance is nothing but server, guys. Computer. In AWS technology, instance is nothing but server or computer, virtual machine, anything you can take it. So now I'm going back to the AWS console. AWS console. I want to switch to any one of the location. Any one of the location here. So today I'm going to switch to Singapore. When you are practicing it in the particular location, you need to think, few items should be present. Then only you can practice. Otherwise, it is not possible to practice your lab. So guys, when you are switching to Singapore, make this console into duplicate. So two screens. One screen home page and one screen you can switch to VPC. So in Singapore, VPC you are checking. VPC is nothing but network, virtual private cloud, virtual private cloud. Make sure in this particular region, one VPC must and should be there, and subnets will be minimum 2, maximum 3 will be there. Depends on availability zones. So when I click this, so different locations are there. Different locations are there. So now you don't want to get confused. Right now you are in Singapore. 3 subnets are there. So 3 subnets means in Singapore also 3 availability zones. Each availability zone, one subnet. Subnet is nothing but one network. Subnet is nothing but one network. Understood? Is that clear? So VPC is a AWS network configuration. Based on that availability zones, the data centers in your location, so in the particular region, and that many number of subnets will be available. So in Singapore, there are 3 data centers are there. Each data center, they will use one subnet. So like if you go to the subnets, you can see that, see, availability zone A, availability zone B, availability zone C. So that means these are the data centers. So just you have to look at it. So do not open, do not configure, do not watch any other YouTube videos in social media. Okay. So anyhow, you are in my compound. You please watch always my videos. If you have any doubts, I'll be accountable. If you're watching some others videos and you're asking me, maybe I don't know how they are explained it. Understand? I'm going in order, right? Step by step I'm going, right? So you please follow my records. Wherever you have any doubts, you please call me and you can clarify your doubts. So my question is, when you are practicing any data center, so any location you wish, like a Singapore or Hyderabad or Mumbai, Seoul, Osaka, Tokyo, North Virginia, any location you can go ahead. First time, you please click on that. And if you click on that, you can please check that in the network dashboard. It should be one VPC and subnet should be 3. Make sure this count should be present. So remaining, okay, leave it. Now come back to the first screen, go to services, click on compute section. Here EC2 is that. EC2 is a compute service. That means AWS will provide RAM, CPU, operating system, storage. These all services they will provide here. So with that, you can build your Linux machine, you can build your Windows machine, you can build your Mac computer. So different operating system you can create it. So in this video, what is our agenda? We are going to create a Windows operating system. Windows operating systems, basically 2 types. Windows operating systems are 2 types. Anyone can tell me what are those?
64-bit and 32-bit, is it?
Okay, that's okay. But OS level.
Okay.
See guys, Windows Server OS and Desktop OS. See, Windows Server OS is there and a Desktop OS is there. What is a regular OS? Regular OS is nothing but whatever you are using, Windows 10, Windows 11, Windows 8, Windows 7, Windows XP. These all are Windows desktop operating systems. And Windows Server means, okay, 2003, 2008, 2012, 2016, 2019, 2022. These all are server based operating system. So now, what is the difference between server and Windows? I'll give you few information. You please listen carefully. Desktop operating system, which is developed for single user operating system, only one person they can manage, which is designable for computers, desktop computers, personal computers, laptops, tabs. So these are the devices we can use this operating system. Servers, basically, which is designed for server environment. Server environment means these type of servers environments we are installing server operating systems. But what is the benefit is we can connect this server multiple users at a time simultaneously, and we can install the applications, we can deliver remotely for multiple people. But in the desktop operating system, this is not possible. So even in AWS environment also, desktop operating system is not available, only server operating system. Why? You have already your physical laptop is with the desktop OS, right? Why again required? Huh? Is the logic right, Sanjana? Already have a Windows 10, Windows 11 laptop. Why again one more Windows 10 and Windows 11? Not required.
Yeah.
So here
Yes.
completely server operating system will be there. So now I'm going to help you to set up a one Windows server operating system in this video. So how to create it? So once you connect the EC2, go to instances. So by default, there is no instances, there is no servers here, and click launch here, and you have to create it. Very few information you need to select. Don't confuse guys. Going forward in next 12 weeks, we are going to create at least a minimum each engineer here, okay, each student here, minimum to 20 to 40 missions you will create. So don't expect the first video, I want to learn everything. It will create more confusion. You have a very good confidence about me. I will be able to teach all the concepts, okay, without any skipping, right? So you have that confidence and faith, definitely you can travel with us, right? So now in this video, I'll show you how to create a very simple Windows Server operating system 2022, the latest operating system. So now you can give the name, okay, this is a 2022, right? Windows 2022, okay, web server. This is a name I'm giving it. You can give any name, your wish, okay? You can give any name, your wish. For identification purpose, I have created Windows 2022 web server. Now here in the applications and OS, I'm selecting Windows operating system, and I'm using the default Windows 2022 base. It's a free tier eligible, it's a free one. You should not change this model. If you change that, the charges will be get applicable. Only free tier, the names are available, only that is free. If any selected this one, it will be chargeable. Don't select it. Only you can leave it as a default one. Come down, instance type. So how much RAM and CPU is required? So minimum they will give you 1 GB RAM, 1 CPU is a free cost. There is no charges. You can use this for 750 hours per month. It's a free of cost. If you cross that, the charges will be applicable. This is the charges. This is the charges. But 750 hours is a very huge, right? So next 12 weeks, you can use this free plan. You can utilize it without paying any amount. So you can go with the T2 micro. Don't change anything here. Key pairs. Key pair is nothing but password file to log into the server later on. So please create a new key pair. So better you have to create a key pair in a decent names. So now this is a Windows 22 server, right? It's a web server, and now this is a key pair, right? So key pair where we are creating Singapore location. So now Singapore key pair. So just you have to give this kind of nomenclature. So then next time this key pair, when you check that, you can easily identify. Don't give any demo 1, demo 2, test 1, test 2. These type of names, don't use it. Okay, you can give the elaborated name. And these are the default options like a PEM file, RSA. These are the default options. This information we'll discuss in the network and security concept very detailedly. Okay, now you understand this is a key pair file. In this file only the password is available to connect the Windows server. And click create a key pair. Now this file will get downloaded on the download folder. So make sure go to the download folder like this and right click, cut. This file is very important, and I'll make it on the separate folder in my desktop, the name called key pairs in my account. What is the location? Singapore, right? In Singapore I will store this password here. Okay, now scroll down. The network settings, don't make any changes here. Only you can select the existing network security group. This is a firewall to connect the server remotely, and you can use the existing security group is default. Most of the people you are selecting the new security group, don't do that. So please watch my record before you create anything. So the network settings, use existing security group, default one you need to select. And the storage by default will be provided 30 GB. That is enough. So 30 GB is only free. If you cross the 30 GB, charges will be get applicable. So don't create more than 30 GB. So that's it guys. Only one instance we are creating. And even if you want to 10, 20, 30 also you can create. Don't create it, please. Please don't create. Unnecessarily will be charges will get applicable. And click launch your instance. That's it. Your server is creating. Your server is creating. Click view all instances. Now click refresh here. Server is creating now. This will take 3 minutes to log in. This will take minimum 3 minutes. Okay, so how you can check that the server is perfectly it is created or not? You please refresh here. The status check will be showing it is initializing now. After few minutes it will shows the status of this server. If it is everything is okay, that means server is fine. If anything problem, you need to delete and create a new server. 99% the server will get created without any issues. Let's refresh the console. See guys, 2 out of 2 check passed. That means the server is working fine. The next step, how to connect this server. This server is a Windows server. Okay, this server is Windows server. Where we created? Where we created?
Cloud, right?
Yes. Yeah. This server we created in the cloud. Can you please look at this? Maybe I'll create a new diagram. This is the cloud. And we created instance. What is this instance name? W2022 web server. This server we created here. What is this location? Singapore. Yeah. This is a Singapore location. This is you. So through web okay, through web. So that means www.aws.amazon.com. Through that address, you have connected and you created this server. This server, do you know where it is created? No idea, right? So definitely it is created in this VPC in one of the subnet. One of the subnet it was created. So if you click this subnet, okay, now can see this previously 491, 4091, 4091, 4091. Now one IP address is less now. What happened? One IP address is reduced because one server we created, one server it is created in this particular location. Do you know what is the location name? AP South 1A availability zone 1. You can check this. This server is created in availability zone A. Is that clear now? If you understand, show me thumbs up. If you understand clearly, show me thumbs up. Perfect, guys. Perfect. So now this server was created in AWS in availability zone 1. So that means basically availability zone. I told you, no, from the day one, regular classes, I will teach draw.io how we are creating the pictures, the architecture diagrams, flow charts. Okay, you please, whatever I'm doing in the screen, if you really liking, you please practice on your laptop also. Okay. So availability zones. So availability zone A, 1A, availability zone 1B, sorry, and availability zone 1C. Guys, now can tell me this instance where it is created? This instance is created in this availability zone. Yeah. The next question is availability zone A or availability zone B and availability zone C. Everything is in common VPC, common network. Okay, common network. So the network is like this, guys. This is a VPC, guys. So what is this VPC? It is a default VPC. So common a default VPC is there. Default VPC is there. This is a default VPC. In the default VPC is there. But how the network is managing? This is one location, this is one location, this is one location. This complete network is managing under, in this VPC, there is one firewall is there. There is one firewall is there. Understand? What is that? Firewall. So basically this firewall we called as security group. What do you call as? Security group. So now this security group is default, every location is one security group is there. That is a default security group. Is that clear? This is a default security group is there. So this default security group, okay, this default security group, one is incoming rule, another one is the outbound rule. This is incoming rule. Okay, if any traffic is coming internally, outside to internal, incoming, maybe one more rule is there, outgoing rule. Outgoing rule. So if you want to connect this person, you, to this machine, you need to allow this Windows system I'm going to connect. So please allow me. Please allow me. So that you need to tell here. You need to tell here. So only you need to connect, or maybe other people also want to connect. Again, the second scenario. So let me explain. You can select the server, go to security. Here security group is there. This is a default security group. So here inbound rule is there, outbound rule is there. Inbound rule, incoming rule, you can edit. This by default rule is there, can please delete it. Do not use the defaults one. Create a new rule. What is the machine you are connecting? Windows machine. Windows connectivity model is called RDP, Remote Desktop Protocol, and you can allow this port number, connect from anywhere. Maybe if you want to connect everybody, you please select this. Only you want to connect, you can select my IP. Either you want to connect, either everybody wants to connect, you need to decide. I'm going to select this option. Okay, I'm going to select this option and save the rule. So that means in this incoming RDP 3389 port is allowed. We have allowed. So now I can take the IP address of this server. See, I can take the IP address of this server, going back to the EC2 instances, select the server, public address and private address is there. The public address, because of I'm connecting from outside, connecting from the outside, taking the public IP address. Next, go to start, type remote. See guys, go to start. So here the search button is there, right? You can click this. Here you can type remote. Just you can select the remote desktop connection. This is the screen you will get. Okay. Now, whatever the IP address you have copied, you have to paste here and click connect. And now it will ask to log in username and password. Do you know what is the username password for this machine? No, right? So you can come back to the lab. So right click on the server, connect, go to RDP client. Here the username is there. Username is administrator. You can copy the username. Username is copied. So very simple, any Windows machine if you created in Amazon, username is by default administrator. Okay. So what is a password? So here is a password, get password. Now upload private key file. So which are the key pair file you have downloaded on the separate folder on the desktop? I'm going here in Singapore location. Now decrypt the password. Very complex password is providing here. Now you can paste the password and click OK. That's it. Now the server is connected. Now the server is connected. This is a way we are creating a Windows server. We are creating a Windows server, okay, in Amazon EC2. In Amazon EC2. It's very simple, right, to create the server, but you need to watch the record while you practicing it. Huh? So small videos I have created. You can easily watch and you can do your presentations. You can do your work. Now the machine is loading now. So just now we connected, right? So perfect. So this is my Amazon EC2 Windows 2022 server is created. Thank you all.